Yo, what's poppin', astronaut? Today we're going sicko mode. We're gonna be taking a look at how to make these sicko mode chords in Serum, and this is what they sound like. And keep in mind, they aren't perfect, but they're pretty damn close, and they sound awesome regardless. Now there's a quick variation that sounds freaking amazing, and this is what it sounds like as well. Yo, we've been working on this really awesome pack for the past few months, and I'm not going to give away all the details right now because that's going to spoil the surprise. But guys, click the link at the top of the description down below if you want in the future to make music kind of like Trampa, Mastodon, that kind of style. But anyways, if you want more information, click that link. Anyway, let's just go ahead and jump right into the tutorial here, guys. So we're going to be working with chords here. Basically the foundation, we're going to be using two oscillators, okay? Now this first oscillator, oscillator H, is going to be like our foundation, like the root note, and then oscillator B is just going to be in the background here. So let's go ahead and turn it on, and we're going to drop it down one octave. Now, I said it's going to be in the background. We're going to want to turn up the unison to 6. And this way, we have a lot of fullness in the background, like the lower end of the notes. And we still have oscillator A's like that foundation, that root note. You know what I mean? So now things are going to get a little bit more fun because we're going to turn down the level of both oscillator A and oscillator B down to 0. We're just going to take our LFO number 1 and slap it on. Now, guys, this is when we start to create kind of like that tape reverse rewind effect where it goes wah, wah, like they used in the original song. And we're going to start with modulating the amplitude or the level of both oscillator and oscillator B. Let me turn this down. It's a little bit too fast. We're going to turn this down to 1 bar, and we want to leave this mode to off. So that way it doesn't matter what note we're going to press. Every 1 bar is going to, it's going to start on 1 bar. Or if you want, you could have it set to trigger or envelope. So anyway, let's go ahead and move to our filter because this is when things actually start to get really fun. We're going to go into our flanges and we're going to select our comb filter. Now, right now, you just heard what we have so far, and that is literally just sawtooth waveforms, okay? Not too fun. We want to add in tonality, and that's what we're going to be doing here with the filter. The flanges are fantastic for adding in a ton of tone, color, whatever you want to say, into a very basic sound like a sawtooth waveform. Now, if we go ahead and turn on oscillator A, oscillator B, let's turn on keyboard tracking so the cutoff will move with whatever note that we press. Turn up the resonance. Completely different sound here. We have another tone, okay? Really different, and it's just really working super well with the sawtooth waveforms. But guys, we gotta make it a little bit more fun here. We're going to take our LFO number 1, and now since we are using this to add in tone, it's going to be like a pitch and like time stretch effect when we go ahead and modulate this. So we're going to go ahead and take our cutoff. We'll move this down to like 29 because that's when we have a good tone, kind of like the most similar to the original song. Right there, and you can hear what I'm talking about. Okay, and let's just turn down the mix a little bit to like 90 maybe. That way we still do have a little bit of the fullness and a little bit of the saws coming through. Now we're gonna go into our effects section and we're gonna turn on our multi-band compressor. Go ahead and turn on our multi-band compressor. And maybe turn down our attack, because now before we do anything else, we're gonna go ahead and modulate our envelope number 1. We want to add in some attack there. And a little bit of sustain, maybe some release, and that kind of shapes more like an original chords or like piano kind of style envelope. I don't know. That's just really good for chords, okay? Something that looks like that. It's good for chords because it makes them sound nice and patty. I don't know. I'm making up words here. But guys, now it's time to add in a little bit more of that old style sound, and we're going to do this with the downsample. This is going to make it sound a little bit less quality, okay? A little bit lower quality. That sounds pretty good. Turn on the mix. So we do have the original frequencies kind of coming in, and we're just downsampling some of them. And then, so that's kind of bringing down the quality, kind of making it sound a little bit more retro. All right, now we're going to take our EQ, and this is when things really start to get fun. Let's just go ahead and select this curve right here, and we're just going to turn down the Q factor so we don't have this resonant peak. Okay, and boom. And now we're going to take this, and we're going to select this. So now we have a low pass filter and a high pass. We are going to be cutting out the low end frequencies over here and the high end frequencies over here. Now let's turn on the frequency right here, and we're going to take our envelope, and here, this is just going to be opening up the, this is going to be working as a low pass filter, okay? Boom, just like that. And now we're gonna go ahead and turn on our hyper / dimension, turn on the hyper a little bit, size, low size, high mix. Now guys, the whole reason we did this is because we're just trying to shape the sound how we heard it in the original track. And there's obviously a low pass filter on those chords, so that's exactly what we're doing. We're just adding on a little bit of a low pass filter. And finally, we can throw on a little bit of reverb. And guys, turn up the master. And maybe boost the gain a little bit on our compressor. Okay, perfect. Now guys, this is when things start to get fun here. This is a feature that not too many people use. Go ahead and grab our chaos number 1. This is my favorite chaos. And we're just gonna go ahead and global master tune. And we'll go from 1, select this. So we're going from -1 to +1. And this is like about like -1 semitone to +1 semitone. Not exactly, because the scaling system for tuning is a little bit different here in the Matrix, but now you can hear we have a little bit of variation in the pitch, and it's actually making it sound a lot more natural. Let's turn on the rate a little bit. And it's a little bit too intense, so we'll just turn on the output to like 65. Oh yeah, baby. And if we want to get really crazy, we could just go ahead and modulate that down. And that, my friends, is how to make, very similar to the sicko mode chords. It's super, super cool techniques here. And guys, you can literally replicate this process with anything. You could use any waveforms like that you really want, and it will sound really freaking awesome. So guys, I hope that you took away some value from this tutorial, the chaos especially, because this is going to be a really big key to humanizing your sounds in Serum. Because what the chaos is just an LFO that's randomized, okay? It will never like create the same like rate, okay? It's not a sustain like 1 bar, 1/4, whatever, okay? It's like fucking random. So that is exactly what we want to create a humanized effect. And without further ado, guys, my name is Shane from Rocket Powered Sound. I hope you learned something today, because oh boy, was this video fun. And I will catch you guys in the next Serum tutorial.